Okay, so this was a bit of a total experiment to see how well Kindred could take two specific mini-bosses that we were struggling with finding counters for in this War 11. And, you know what? I decided, hey, I'm gonna make sure that I get a solo on these fights for content purposes. So I rank 5'd my Kindred, which that makes him my 8th rank 5, my 7th I haven't revealed to YouTube yet. But yeah, that's my 8th rank 5 is Kindred. And I rank 5'd him for the sole purpose of making sure that I would solo the fights I'm going to take later. And before we get to the Kindred fights, we have this Masacre on path 7. And I'm taking with Masacre. I dashed a little early to get away from his medium. It was a bit of a mistake, but those bleeds are healing me up, so it's not that big a deal. We are just going to try to place an Incinerate, and then throw the SP2 into his block, and the armor break from the node makes it do even more damage, and then we completely annihilate him. So that's a pretty good first fight. Next up is Mantis. We're also taking with Masacre, and we just need to kill this Mantis before it becomes a big problem. Mantis isn't that hard to fight if you know what you're doing. You just need to watch out for the Tranquilize, and you need to try to anti-bait her SP1. She does not have the Awaken ability right now, so the Tranquilize is pretty much never going to trigger. So we don't have to worry too much about that because it's an unduped Mantis. And now we just need to anti-bait the SP1, and then we're going to be perfectly fine. Bait her SP2, it's really easy to dex because it's pretty close range. We just going to throw this into her block. It's not going to finish her off, but she's at 2%, and then she dies. And we're back to full yellow bar, because I think I put on a combat regen boost, I don't even remember now. But next up, we have one more Masacre fight, and it's against this Hulk. Hulk has never backed down right here, meaning if we dash back twice in the span of 1.2 seconds, he will start to regen. That's really the only main node here. We have Withers from Decay, negating a little bit of healing because of Despair, and we're just going to try to take this fight as safe as possible. I'm going to completely block his SP1s because I don't want to misdex it, because if you misdex Hulk's SP1 and he hits you with it, you're basically dead. Like, you're stunned for what feels like infinitely. I don't know how the heck that happened. I hit him when he was unstoppable for 1 second, and I guess he was still unstoppable when I hit him a second time, which made me get parried. That was unfortunate, but oh well. It's my last Masacre fight, so as long as I don't die, I really don't care, because if I die, then, you know, that's a loss to the Lions, but if I finish with low health, it's okay, because I don't have to heal him up at least, so I don't have to worry about wasting potions. Anyway, he's almost dead here. I don't even know why I'm going for this. Oh, wait, I need to go for the slow, because if I dex, of course, he's going to go unstoppable. So that's why I was going for the slow. That made a lot more sense in hindsight. But anyway, okay, next up is Kingpin on node 28, I think. And we're taking this with Viv because it has Buffet over time, and Viv is Nullify immune, so we will not trigger Buffet. Which is the main reason we're using her here, is just for that immunity, because it's a big Kingpin, so if you trigger Buffet constantly, it's a lot of healing, and we don't want that, so we are just going to use Viv because of the Nullify immunity. I could have used a Mega Sentinel too, but too many debuffs that he'd be purifying, so this is perfectly fine. It's a good placement because there aren't that many Nullify immune non-science champs. Holy crap, that SP2 in my block, though. Yeah, recoils Kingpin, fully blocked that SP2, that deleted half my health, which is crazy. So, that scared me a bit, but it's okay, because he's gonna die right here, and I'm pretty sure that's my only Viv fight too, so again, don't have to worry about giving her potions. Okay, so, next up, the first Kindred fight, I think, right? First Kindred fight? Yes, okay, so this Nova. Okay, so the reason I'm bringing Kindred here is because this Nova is Hazard Shift, Incinerate, and Poison, and the great thing about Kindred, he's immune to both, so it's perfect. The other node is Stun Immunity, so it's literally just a Stun Immune Nova, because we're never going to get Hazard Shift debuffs on ourselves. So we're going to go into the fight. We just have to watch our parries, and try to watch out for his auto block as well, and then we'll be chilling. So we're going to this Kindred fight. I already said that, but anyway, we're going to build to our SP2 because that's the way I like to play Kindred. Is I want to get to 50 of my infestation charges, then throw my SP2. What we did to charge a heavy there is exchange some of our power for an aura that increases the speed at which our charges, I don't remember what they're called, honestly, our charges placed on the opponent, and they also do double the amount of charge gain when we hit the opponent. So we're going to heavy into our SP2. If we throw our SP2 while it's in Dread Aura, each hit will power steal some of his power. Oh yeah, hitbox moment. Apparently that hitbox is smaller than I realized it to be, so I threw that SP2 when he was recovering from a heavy attack, and I just lost half my health because I didn't realize that wouldn't connect. So that's really unfortunate because I'm boosted pretty big right now, so I gotta use so many potions to heal him back up. But it's okay because he's almost dead now. He's at 12%. We have some degens ticking. They're relatively weak degens, but you know, he's about to be finished off pretty fast. We're going to go for a relic, and then he's down to 4%, and we heavy into the SP1, which will do the job. So there is my first fight with Kindred, and he took it really well. If I didn't mistake that hitbox issue, he would have just annihilated that Nova super easily. Okay, now this fight, I almost didn't want to take Kindred to war because I would have had to take this fight. This fight terrified me. So the way this works is he has stun reflect, meaning I cannot stun him the entire fight, or else that will be reflected back on me. And brute force, meaning that if I don't hit him within a time span of 6 seconds, I am going to take degen, and also polka dot power, so I don't gain power unless I get it from Mystic Dispersion or I have the degen from the SP1 active. So we'd used a power start 1 boost, so we would have that degen from the SP1, and then we are just going to go for the SP1 here, and now we have power gain from polka dot power. We got some read pre-fights here, which really didn't do anything. I let them fall off pretty easily, but it was nice of my alliance mate to give those to me when he didn't need them, so that was pretty great. Now here is where I'm freaking out. I accidentally parried. I was trying to dash back, and apparently I hit the parry button. And now I'm just getting destroyed by this guy. And he just threw an entire SP2 into my face. And now I'm down to 15%. I'm like, how am I going to recover from this? I'm at 15% health, and he's at 95. I'm actually having a heart attack right now, but we're going to do the best to recover from this. Okay, so we throw our SP1. The SP1's going to place the degen, so we're going to gain power again. He's in Nightmare Outbreak, and Nightmare Outbreak allows us to regen. So we're getting a good bit of health back. We're still going to be at low health because it's a missing health regen, so it's more potent when our health is lower, and then as our health gradually goes higher, it becomes basically non-existent, but it's still helping. We're still healing quite a bit now. We're back to 36% now. I got a little lucky there, but it's okay. We also have the root safety net from Kindred's Awakened Village, where if we would die, we would have a root trigger to save us for about 6 seconds, and that would be very helpful. But we're losing health again because of brute force, and this guy's still at about half health, but we're not worried about timing out at this point because we definitely have plenty of time. We don't have to worry about that. And we're going to go for an SP2 here, which I didn't want to do because I need that SP1 to keep my power gain up. But luckily, we gained just enough power gain to get us back to an SP1. And we're going to throw the SP1. It's going to pause our degen and pause our Nightmare Outbreak for a little bit. And we are taking him down. Now he's in his radiation mode though, so this is when I'm going to take a bunch of damage for being near him. As you can see, I'm taking like 930 damage, if I read it right, just by being near the guy, and my Nightmare Outbreak fell off. So I've got to find a way to kill him without any degen damage except for the little degen from the SP1, and just try not to die while I'm being ticked down. So we're going to back off a little bit. He is more aggressive in this mode, I think, so we are a little worried about getting too low on health, but we're okay. We're at 7%, he's at 6%. I have the root mechanic still ready to be triggered, and he goes down right here. So I managed to finish him off without needing my root safety net, and I am astounded with how well he took that fight, because I did not expect that to go so well. As you could see, the buffs were getting deleted super fast by the atrophy, and that's why I've said it before, I think Kindred is the best Maestro counter in the game. I got a lot of comments saying there's no way he is because he's so slow. That's not the point. The point is, he gets rid of everything that Maestro makes hard to fight against, if that made any sense. The glancing, the pierce, the cosmic radiation, they all go away in like 4 seconds because of your atrophy. It's so good, it's so powerful against Maestro, and I truly believe that he is the best Maestro counter in the game. And I think he was built to be that ahead of time. So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy that I got to take Kindred to war because of how crazy it is to say something like that. Because I know no one likes playing Kindred on attack really, except for some people obviously, but he's generalized as being pretty weak on attack and just a defender. But I had so much fun taking him to war, and he surpassed my expectations with how well he took those fights. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.